Fumiya, how long do you plan on staying here? You should move out and be independent already. You're just in the way.
Huh?
Oh, Fumiya! It's nice to see ya. Huh? You know each other?
Why didn't you rely on me sooner? I really have no excuse. My name is Fumiya Koga. I'm a 30-year-old working at a small library. 2 years ago, I was a full-time employee, but now I work part-time, about 3 days a week. It breaks my heart, you know? My own little brother not coming to me when he's struggling. That's what my older brother, Makoto, says with tears in his eyes. The reason being... Hey, Fumiya, the door was unlocked. Some coming in... Wait, what? Fumiya! Fumiya! So hungry. My little brother's collapsed from starvation. I had just gotten back from work and collapsed from hunger in the hallway, only to be found by my brother, who happened to stop by. Hang in there. I'll get you something good to eat. Wait, there's nothing in your fridge? And so, I was dragged back to my family home against my will. I'm 30 already. I just didn't think it was right to burden Mom and you with my problems. Idiot! Family is family, no matter how old you are. Ow, that hurts, Makoto. I had a reason for stepping down from full-time work to part-time. I tried to manage on my own for a while, but student loan repayments, rent, I had finally reached my financial limit. Worried that I hadn't visited home in a while, my brother found the overdue notices and confronted me.
Now, Makoto, that's enough. You know he's never been good at relying on others.
That's my mother speaking with a smile. Dad passed away when I was in college, so now she lives with my brother at home. But Mom, what if I hadn't come to check on him? Who knows what would have happened?
You're right. Thank you, Makoto. Fumiya, if you don't mind, why don't you live here at home?
Huh? But Makoto's here too, right? What? You don't want me around? My brother retorts dramatically, but I ignore him for now.
Makoto's getting married soon.
What? Come on, Mom. I wanted to tell him myself. Turns out my brother had come all the way here today just to tell me that. Sorry, I was too busy passing out to listen.
Dad's not around anymore, and I won't have anyone to cook or chat with anymore. Besides, I don't want to intrude on my newlywed son's life, you know? So how about it?
I'll still send money home, so stay here with Mom, Fumiya. Maybe it's because they're family, but I could tell they truly cared about me. And I had no reason to refuse. Thanks, Mom. Sorry for worrying you. And congrats on your wedding, Makoto. 6 months later, Makoto got married, and I started living at home for the first time in years.
Oh, sorry, Fumiya. I'm just causing you trouble.
Mom, don't push yourself. Grab onto my shoulder. I'll help you up slowly. One day, Mom fell down the stairs and broke her leg. The doctor said she needed to rest at home.
Thanks for everything, Fumiya. You're always so helpful. Such a kind boy.
But for the past few days, someone else has been hovering around, worried about Mom.
Mother-in-law, what happened? You broke your leg? Oh, Yuki, I'm sorry to worry you.
This is Yuki, Makoto's wife. She and my brother lived together in an apartment near our family home. They got married 2 months ago, but when she heard about Mom's injury, she rushed over.
It's okay, Yuki. I can still do things on my own with my crutches. Makoto's away on a business trip, so don't worry about me. I'll stay here and help take care of you.
And so, Yuki has been staying at her house. Yuki said she would check in at home, but she's not being a nuisance, is she? Sorry, Fumiya. Makoto asks over the phone. Lately, he's been traveling a lot for work. I think she's just worried about Mom, but if it becomes a problem, I'll tell her to go home. It's fine. You're gonna be away for a while, right? Isn't it better to know she's not alone while you're at work? That's my little brother. Makoto cheers, then gets back to work. It's mutual. I owe my brother a lot too. That way, Makoto can focus on work. Yuki truly cares about her mother and has a great relationship with Makoto. But...
Fumiya, how long do you plan on staying here? You should move out and be independent already. You're just in the way.
Huh?
I've lived on my own since college and paid for everything myself. You're 30 and perfectly capable of working. How can you still be living off your mother?
Seems like she doesn't like that I'm still living at home. But she only acts like this toward me, so I just accepted.
Mother-in-law, do you need some water? It's fine, I can move on my own, but thank you for asking. Please don't hesitate to ask for anything. I love you after all.
She's so cold to me, yet so kind to Mom. Maybe I should change this part. Lately, I've been spending my time outside of work creating videos. I'm not making money from video editing yet. But I've been reading books, taking free courses, and improving my skills. I stepped down from full-time work to pursue my dream of being a video creator. Whoa!
Hey, did you forget what I told you before? You should give up on your silly dream and get a real job. You went from full-time to part-time? That's embarrassing. Aren't you ashamed of leeching off your mother?
She slams my laptop shut, but I can't take my eyes off her furious expression. I know I'm causing trouble for Mom. Her words sting.
Oh, what's wrong? I heard shouting and got worried. I just think Fumiya is a burden to you, so I got a little loud.
She's not wrong. She probably does care about Mom.
Yuki, here. Take some home. These are vegetables I grew myself.
A few years ago, when Makoto first introduced Yuki, she quickly bonded with Mom.
Wow, really? Thank you so much. Ever since then, whenever Yuki visited, I would give her seasonal vegetables.
Yuki lost her mother at a young age, so she found a mother's love in my mom. And that's exactly why she hates seeing me relying on Mom.
Yuki, are you trying to drive Fumiya out for my sake? I think of you as my real mother, and I treasure you. Thank you, Yuki. That means a lot to me. I feel the same way about you. You're like a daughter to me. And I also care about Makoto and Fumiya. I've decided to support Fumiya's dream. That's why I told him to live here. I just wanted to live with my beloved mother-in-law. That's all. But you and Makoto just got married, didn't you? You should be enjoying your time together as a couple. You're always welcome to visit whenever you like. All right.
From that day on, Yuki stopped openly looking down on me. A few days later, I took my video camera and headed to a park a little ways from home. Whoa, this brings back memories. I used to come here all the time with my family as a kid. On nice days like this, I make it a habit to visit places filled with memories to gather footage for my videos. The scenery, the ambient sounds, it all feels like a gift from nature. This time of day is soothing. I hope I can bring good news to Mom and Makoto, who are supporting me. I want to succeed as a creator as soon as possible, but lately, I've been feeling more and more impatient.
What are you filming?
A voice suddenly calls out from behind me. I thought I was alone, so of course... Whoa!
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you that much. Well, I just caught some pretty hilarious footage. Sorry for disturbing you.
After that, I ended up sitting on a bench in a park and chatting with her. Her name's Otoha Miyagawa. It's fine. In a way, I got an interesting surprise shot out of it.
I see. I kind of get that feeling. I love reading on paper too. Hey, can I read this?
Otoha started reading my manuscript with deep concentration. Otoha, are you planning to read all of it?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I just got caught up in it.
She snapped back to reality when I spoke. That meant she had been completely engrossed in my work.
It was so interesting, I couldn't stop. It's amazing. I got totally hooked.
Getting lost in a story? What higher praise could there be? I ended up telling Otoha as much as I could about my situation. I live with my family, and my mom and brother fully support me, but my sister-in-law is against it. She sees me living at home as a burden and keeps telling me to give up on my dream and get a real job. She says it's for my mom's sake, and she's not exactly wrong. She's not wrong, that's how I truly feel. As a son, I'm grateful that someone cares about my mom.
Even if your sister-in-law wants to kick you out, that's not a reason to give up on your dream. If you give up, that's the end of it. Don't you think making all your effort pay off is the best way to repay your family?
Ugh.
I want to read more of your story, but I'll hold off until it gets published as a book.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep doing my best. Otoha smiled as she encouraged me, then left, saying she had work to do. When I got home, I ran into Yuki just as she was leaving the house. Yuki, what's with the bags?
Oh, this? Since my mother-in-law's leg healed faster than expected, I'm heading back home.
I see. Thank you for everything you did to help out. Mom was really grateful.
Don't get the wrong idea. I never said I accepted you. I'm just staying quiet because my mother-in-law keeps defending you. Got it? You're still a nuisance. Clinging to your dream of becoming a writer and relying on my mother-in-law and Makoto to support you. I absolutely despise you.
With a piercing glare, Yuki spat out her words and walked away. I need to make it as a writer as soon as possible. Time passed, and 3 years later, I found myself at a wedding hall. Makoto and Yuki had never held a wedding after getting married, since work and business trips kept them busy. But they finally decided to hold one, so here I was. Makoto looked so happy. I'm glad. I hadn't spoken much to Yuki in the past 3 years, but as long as she was happy with Makoto, that was all that mattered to me. Mom, Fumiya, thank you so much for today. It was the time for the newlyweds to greet the guests at each table. Makoto spoke to us, teary-eyed. Don't cry, Makoto. Let's continue being a great family. Even at a time like this, Yuki didn't say a word to me or even glance in my direction. She probably still isn't happy that I live at home. With some unease in my heart, I left the venue as the ceremony came to a close. Makoto and Yuki were standing by the exit, seeing guests off. A female guest was chatting with Yuki.
Oh, Fumiya! It's nice to see ya.
The woman greeted me with a smile. Seeing this, Yuki finally turned to look at me.
Huh? You know each other?
Oh, yes, actually, we've worked together.
I'm in charge of his work as an editor. Wow, I had no idea you were Yuki's brother-in-law. What a surprise. What?
That's right. She was Otoha Miyagawa, the woman I met in the park 3 years ago, and also an editor at Miyagawa Scato Publishing. So you were friends with Yuki? You surprised me again.
Hee. I guess you and I are just meant to be connected somehow.
3 years ago, I met Otoha in the park. After that, we didn't meet again, until a year ago.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I knew it had to be you.
Huh? You are... What are you doing here? My short novel won first prize in a contest, and Scato Publishing reached out, wanting to sign me. The piece Otoha had found back then didn't win an award, but I kept working hard.
I had a feeling it might be you when I read your work. I guess that's an editor's intuition. That's a lie. A writer? You really debuted? He's been continuously publishing short stories in our magazine. It's the magazine you said you liked, Yuki. Fumiya works are in it.
Apparently, Yuki has been a devoted reader of the magazine where my stories were published. I didn't even know she was into reading, so I couldn't hide my shock. Yuki.
Makoto?
Makoto must have noticed what was happening because he walked over to us. I always thought it was strange. Every time I brought up Fumiya, you would avoid the topic. So you've been treating him cruelly all this time.
But he was just a part-timer relying on his family financially and in daily life. How is that not his fault?
Under Makoto's reproachful gaze, Yuki breaks down and confesses.
I wanted to be a writer too. That's why I studied so hard and majored in literature. But I couldn't even place in any contests. I had to face reality and give up. So it hurt to see Fumiya still chasing his dream while his family supported him. I couldn't stand it.
That was a dream Yuki had never shared with anyone. That was why she kept pushing me away and tried to drive me out of the house. Otoha, thank you. I'm fine. Yuki, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. You've always hated me, so I didn't know how to say it. Besides, you were against me becoming a writer. That made it even harder to tell you. It was my dream to become a writer. My mother supported that dream and let me stay at home. Makoto supported me financially and encouraged me. That's why I was able to give it my all. You told me to give up and get a proper job, but I just couldn't. I see. So that was your dream, Yuki. I had no idea. But don't you think it was wrong to take that out on Fumiya? Yuki struggles to respond. Makoto continues speaking slowly. I never had a dream of my own, so there were times I envied Fumiya. Because honestly, it's cool to have something you can dedicate yourself to. Yuki, Fumiya helped fund today's wedding.
Huh? He did?
Yuki looks at me in shock. For the first time, there is no resentment in her gaze. Don't call it funding, Makoto. It's just a small token of appreciation. You're the one who suggested I work part-time so I could chase my dream. I was able to make a living as a writer because of your support. Thank you, Makoto.
Yuki?
Mom calls her name gently. She must have been listening from a distance.
Ma'am,
Mom doesn't say anything. She just looks Yuki in the eyes. But in that gaze, everything she wanted to say was conveyed.
Fumiya, I'm sorry for telling you to leave your own home. I tried to destroy your dream out of jealousy. I'm so sorry.
She bows her head. Mom smiles warmly at her. Yuki, it's okay. I understand now. You had your own dream, and you love Makoto and Mom. That's enough for me. Please keep taking care of them. And also, thank you for reading my work, Yuki.
Fumiya, I'm sorry. And thank you.
After that, Yuki apologized to me over and over, genuinely reflecting on everything. Her attitude toward me softened drastically, to the point where it was almost unsettling. But with Makoto's work settling down, we were finally able to reconcile. At last, I found peace in my life. And soon, I decided to move out. Upon hearing that, Yuki started peeking into my room whenever she came over.
So, is your writing going well? Maybe I could read a bit before publication?
Nope.
Ugh.
Apparently, with Makoto's encouragement, Yuki also started writing her own original stories as a hobby.
Congratulations on getting your new series!
Thanks, Otoha. After moving out, I started living with my girlfriend, Otoha. Every day feels fulfilling.
Getting to read your stories before anyone else, that's my special privilege.
Yeah, because you're special to me. With me moving out, Makoto and Yuki moved in with Mom, and we still meet regularly as a family. Otoha, I said my family helped me become a writer. But I also owe it to the words you gave me when I almost gave up. So thank you, Otoha. I'm so lucky to have met you.
Your words are too beautiful.
Sorry. Was that too much?
That's not it.
What does it mean to have a dream? I think it's as big a question in life as love. Dreams differ for everyone. Only the person with the dream can truly understand it. I remember how Makoto once said he never had a dream, but because of him, my dream found its future. The joy of having support, the hardship of staying strong despite opposition. Maybe dreams will continue teaching us many things throughout our lives.
Ray-kun, how about these flowers today?
They're lovely. Orange ranunculus, right? I think my mother will be pleased.
You seem to think Aoi likes you, but don't get the wrong idea. She's just being polite to a customer.
Everyone's voices, they all reached us loud and clear. Thanks for the best night ever. This is me during high school, Rei Sasane. Back then, I dedicated everything to rock music. I believed that to succeed in this path, I didn't need to study or go to college. In fact, I thought cutting off any escape routes was the way to go. I practiced until I was completely worn out, often returning home after midnight.
Ray, do you even know what time it is? You can still do music while studying and attending college, right? Did you eat dinner?
I ate out. I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. Good night. I don't even remember my father's face. He passed away shortly after I was born. My mother, Kaori, raised me on her own. I'm grateful to her, but by this time, our conversations had nearly ceased. However... Again? Here, new chopsticks. Mom, what's been going on with you lately?
I'm sorry.
Right after I started my second year of high school, my mother's health began to change. She started dropping things frequently and often stumbled over her words. At first, I thought it was just coincidence, but she fell at home more than once or twice. Thinking something was definitely wrong, we went to an orthopedic clinic in town. There, we were told,
It's less likely to be an issue with bones or joints, and more likely a problem with the nerves that control muscle movement. I recommend seeing a neurologist who can conduct more detailed tests.
A neurologist?
Yes, it's not certain, but these could be early symptoms of a motor neuron disease.
we were referred to a neurologist and underwent tests like MRI and electromyography. About a month after the initial consultation, all the test results were in. After seating my mother and me, the doctor spoke after a brief silence.
The MRI and blood tests didn't show any major abnormalities. However, the electromyographies revealed abnormalities in the nerves that control muscle movement. The motor neurons are weakening. Considering all these results, the most likely diagnosis is ALS.
My mother's face turned completely pale, and I collapsed on the spot. ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. I had seen a movie about a British doctor who had this disease, so I knew how terrifying it was.
ALS is a progressive disease that gradually weakens the muscles. As the body becomes immobile, normal life becomes difficult, and the average life expectancy is about 3 to 5 years. Unfortunately, modern medicine can only slow its progression.
The doctor's words barely registered with me. My life changed completely after my mother's illness was diagnosed. Seeing her weaken day by day was truly painful, but looking back, that was the turning point that changed my perspective. I'm sorry. I've decided to go to college after all. I want to reassure Mom, who always said I should at least graduate from college.
That's great! We've always been worried about you. Besides, we've been balancing both school and music just fine. By the way, all of us except you are top of our class. Look!
What? A perfect score on the English test? Whoa, you guys are serious. When did this happen? About a year and a half later, I was accepted into the economics department of St. Paul Academy University in Tokyo. Mom, I did it. I got into college.
Well done. Congratulations, Ray.
By this time, my mother had already lost most of her mobility and was living in the hospital. Her voice was barely audible. Yeah, I've made you sad so many times before, but I won't give up on my dreams or studies anymore.
I'm just so lucky to hear that. Ray-kun, how about these flowers today?
They're lovely. Orange ranunculus, right? I think my mother will be pleased.
I'm glad you think so. A solitary hospital room can be quite lonely.
Now, in my second year of college, I continue to balance band activities and studies while regularly visiting my mother. This florist is Aoi Nishimiya, a 21-year-old third-year student at a renowned university in Tokyo. Since my mother was hospitalized, I've been choosing flowers from Dorothy's Garden, the shop run by Aoi's mother. My mother can hardly speak these days. But whenever she sees the flowers Aoi-san selects, her face always looks so peaceful.
I'm glad to hear that. But I believe more than anything it's your feelings that reach her, Ray-kun.
Do you think so? Oh, right. Here's a little something. She wanted to try this pudding before, didn't she?
Oh, you remembered. Thank you, Ray-kun.
Yes, I tried to, and it's really delicious. Well then, I'm off. The following Sunday, when I went to buy flowers for another hospital visit, I encountered an unfamiliar, intellectual-looking male clerk.
Ray-kun, this is our new staff member, Hikaru Shido. Since you're around the same age, I hope you get along.
I see. I'm Rei Sasane. Nice to meet you. Oh, so you're... I'm Hikaru Shido. By the way, which university do you attend? He seems really arrogant, and the first thing he asks is about my university? I'm in the economics department at St. Paul Academy University. Ah, St. Paul, huh? Huh. I was curious about the academic background of the guy Aoi-san favors. Isn't that the Christian school with a mid to low academic ranking? Are you planning to become a clergyman or something? After saying that, Shido-san gave me a thorough once-over and laughed again. By the way, I attend Keimei University. You've heard of it, right? Well, I suppose everyone in Japan has. I really can't stand this guy.
Hikaru-kun, that's a rude way to speak. Enough of that. Could you please go clean the front of the shop? I'm sorry. He seemed studious and had a good academic background, so my mother hired him.
It's okay. I've been used to being looked down on since I was a kid. As long as my bandmates and Aoi-san understand me, that's all that matters.
I'm sure your mother is proud of who you are now, Ray-kun. Here you go. I've removed any flowers from the Asteraceae family. When you first came here as a second-year high school student, you seemed like such a delinquent.
Please don't bring that up again. But I always feel reassured when you check the flowers for me, Aoi-san. Aoi-san, I finished cleaning outside. By the way, would you like to go to? I've heard one of Grimshaw's most famous paintings will be at this expedition. Let me explain for your sake, Hosone. He's even considered a forerunner of Impressionism. One of his most famous works is The Fighting Temeraire. That's not Grimshaw, that's Turner, isn't it?
Right. Grimshaw painted symbolic works like cityscapes lit by moonlight and scenes with fairies.
Nah, ha. I guess even you know that much, Hosone. Heart runs deep. You do well to study it more. Shido wiped his forehead and left, looking thoroughly embarrassed. He probably really didn't know.
Are you actually pretty knowledgeable about art, Ray?
Not really, but one of my favorite British band members liked him. I actually do like Grimshaw, though.
Then maybe, next time, we should go see the exhibition together. I doubt Shido will be inviting me again after that.
When I stepped outside with the bouquet, Shido was standing there with a sour expression. You seem to think Aoi likes you, but don't get the wrong idea. She's just being polite to a customer. I have no idea why you're so hostile. It's simple. Someone like you, a band guy with no future, isn't a match for someone as attractive as Aoi. If that's what you think, you could at least act more confident. Anyway, I'm heading to the hospital now. You little, acting all cocky for a low-level college boy? Well, whatever. I did hear something interesting at least.
Hikaru, again? Didn't my mom already warn you last time? Are you sure it's okay? For me to come along, I mean.
Of course, my mom will be happy. And my uncle's been pestering me to introduce you anyway. A few days later, Aoi and I were on our way to visit my mom at the hospital together. She's formal at work, but casually talks like this when it's just us. This side of Aoi, kind of like a big sister, but also closer somehow. I really like that. Not that someone like me could ever reach someone like her, though.
I'm Oi Nishimiya. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for always using our flowers at my mother's shop.
Ah, so you're her. I'm Hiroto Kanzan, Ray's uncle. Nice to meet you. I really appreciate what you've done. My sister always lights up when she sees the flowers you picked. And ever since Ray met you, he's been growing so much, as a person and as a man.
Really? That makes me happy to hear.
Hey, uncle, what are you saying? Aoi, don't encourage him. He's my mom's older brother by 1 year. After we lost my dad, he helped us out so much. To me, he's like a second father, someone I truly owe everything to. Uncle, how's mom today?
She seems to be doing okay. Let's head in. She'll be glad you came, Aoi.
When we entered the hospital room, Mom slowly turned her gaze toward us from the bed. Her fingers had gotten so thin, and she could barely move. Now she needs a ventilator and oxygen just to survive. Hey Mom, it's been a week. Aoi Nishimiya came with me today. She's the one who always picks out the flowers for you.
I'm Oi Nishimiya. Ray always helps me out. I brought you some miscanthus flowers today.
When Aoi took out the bouquet of pink and white lysanthus, my mom's eyes suddenly opened wide.
Oh,
Aoi took a glass vase from under the sink and untied the ribbon on the bouquet. A gentle fragrance filled the room as she carefully placed each stem into the vase.
she says they're beautiful. Thank you, Ray. Aoi. That takes me back, Kaori.
Uncle? After the visit, Uncle brought us to a nearby cafe. Uncle, could it be that Mom has some special memory with Lysanthus?
Yeah, I guess I should tell you two. Especially you, Ray. This has to do with your father.
Huh? With my dad? My dad died in an accident right after I was born. I barely know anything about him. According to my uncle, my father, Seiji Hosone, was loved by many thanks to his good looks and bright personality. But there were issues too.
Here, this one's for you.
A red tulip suits a cheerful girl like Mizuki.
And white marguerites mean trust. I'm giving these to Saki.
He loved flowers, a hopeless romantic, a modern-day poet. That's how Uncle described him. But his habit of giving flowers to all the girls in class every day made some guys, and even a few girls, hate him, and he got isolated.
Seiji's such a weirdo. He's got that girly face and hobbies, always giving flowers to girls. What a player.
Those sneaky little comments are seriously gross.
What the hell, Conway?
Conway.
Sure, Seiji's a romantic and a total airhead with flowers on the brain, but he's not as petty as you jerks.
Conway, I'm flattered, but also kinda confused here.
The one who stood up for him was Conway Kaori, my mom. From then on, the three of them, Mom, Uncle, and Dad, became inseparable. That never changed, even when they got to high school.
Kaori, I brought a flower that's just right for you today. Here, pink and white lysanthus. Pink lysanthus means graceful person, and white?
Yeah, thanks. If you keep this up, our house is gonna turn into a flower shop. Sorry, I've got stuff to do.
Pink is graceful, and white was eternal love, right? I wish she'd take it seriously for once.
What do I have to do to make Kaori believe I mean it? Help me, Hiroto.
Oh, shut up. I'll stop by your flower shop again after work. I'll try to leave you two alone or whatever.
Hiroto, I knew I could count on you. All the other guys hate me, man.
That's your own fault. And for the record, I'm your senior, okay? Jeez, you two are so obviously in love and still manage to be a pain. Haha. Seiji's family owned a flower shop. Once he hit high school, he started helping out there. And after closing time, Kaori and I would show up. The three of us would hang out late into the night. Seiji's family was pretty hands-off. We were basically a bunch of punks back then. Guess I can't say much about your high school days either, Ray.
Lysanthus. It was the flower Dad gave Mom, huh?
Yeah, being the florist's son, he gave her different flowers depending on the season. Their house was full of blooms year-round. But out of all of them, the pink lysanthus was Seiji's way of expressing who Kaori was to him. The white one, that was his love. Even after they finally got together at college and had you, everything was just getting started. That idiot. Seeing you two together, brought together by flowers, reminds me of them.
Kanzan, is there anything Ray and I can do for Cal? As someone who's gotten to be a part of her life, I really hope her remaining time is filled with happiness.
Owie.
Just that feeling alone means a lot. Our family's truly grateful to you. But let's see.
Wow, the flowers today are gorgeous again. Thanks, Owie.
Thank you, too. By the way, how's the progress going?
A few days later, I stopped by to pick up flowers for a hospital visit, and used the chance to go over the plan I'd mentioned earlier with Owie. The ending part still doesn't quite feel right. I'll talk it over with my uncle again next time. How about your side?
Yes, we don't carry some of the flowers, but I think I can find some good substitutes.
Are those two getting even closer again? Excuse me, Owie. Would you like to have dinner with me tonight? It's a French place my father's friend owns.
Oh, sorry. I already have plans tonight.
Well then, how about Saturday? I just got a ticket to a Hungarian opera.
Sorry, my horoscope said not to see any operas this week.
What kind of horoscope is that? The next week, when I went to pick up flowers, Aoi wasn't at the shop. Hikaru was behind the counter. Howie isn't available right now. What a shame for you, huh? It's fine. Can I just get the bouquet Aoi prepared? Hikaru carelessly plops the bouquet on the register. Well then, I hope your mother recovers soon. Thanks. I take a deep breath and head into the hospital room, bringing the bouquet to my mom's side. Mom can hardly move her neck anymore, but when she sees me, her eyelids twitch slightly. Hey Mom, I'm here. Aoi picked out more beautiful flowers today. The orange zinnias are especially pretty, right?
So pretty. Aoi-chan is so kind.
Yeah, she's really amazing. I'll put them in the vase now. As I turn to grab the vase, I notice something off about Mom's expression. Her eyes look more red than usual, and her breathing through the oxygen is strained. She looks at me like she's begging for help. Mom, what's wrong? Hang on, I'll call the doctor. Her eyes are pleading desperately. I glance down thinking what could be wrong. The flowers? Wait, these aren't zinnias. They're dahlias. Same orange petals, but they're totally different. More importantly, dahlias are part of the aster family. Thanks to quick action at the hospital, Mom stabilized, but I was still furious. I headed straight to Dorothy's miniature garden. Hey, Hikaru! I burst in yelling from the gut, startling both Hikaru and Aoi, who had just returned to the store.
Ray, what's going on?
Sorry, Aoi. I came here for him. What's your deal? You know this is harassment, right? You swapped out the zinnias in Mom's bouquet for dahlias, didn't you? In my words, Aoi gasps and starts shaking. Huh? Swap them? Why would I do that? Besides, Aoi made the bouquet. I just handed it over. There's no way Aoi would do that. My mom's allergic to asters. Because of you? Look, I get that you're upset, but assuming I did it on purpose, bit of a leap. Even Aoi makes mistakes when she's tired. If it was really that important, you should have double-checked. Damn it. He's right. As much as I hate to admit it, even he wouldn't go that far just to spite me. Heh. This'll mess things up between him and Aoi too. They've got no proof to pin it on me. And I didn't even know his mom had an aster allergy. Aoi once told me she hoped my mom could be proud of the man I was becoming. But emotionally, I guess I haven't grown much since second year of high school.
Wait, when I said that, you weren't there. You heard us that time. That's when Ray and I were talking about his mom's aster allergy.
That's... So it was you, Hikaru. Yikes. I was about to punch him, but Aoi grabbed my arm just in time.
Wait, you don't need to get your hands dirty.
Aoi, why are you siding with some hopeless loser with no future? I could give you experiences no flower shop paycheck ever could.
I don't need any of that. Besides, I already have something you'll never get in your life.
Aoi. I gently squeeze the hand Aoi's holding.
You're fired. Disappear and don't ever show your face to us again.
You'll regret this. Hikaru rips off his apron, spits a final threat, and runs off. Now, let me tell you what happened with Hikaru after that. His parents, both executives at a major company, contacted Aoi after he quit.
We thought a part-time job might help him grow out of his rotten attitude. but this is our fault. We'll make sure he makes amends.
The Shido family apologized quickly to Aoi, her mother, me, and my uncle. His parents disowned him and kicked him out of the house, cutting all support. Deep down, they probably still hoped he'd turn his life around. But as they say, parents don't always get through to their kids.
Howie, we can still start over.
I told you to stay away from her. I'm serious. Hikaru kept stalking Aoi and was eventually arrested. I was so glad I was there when it happened.
Ray, that one goes a bit closer to the window, please.
Okay, how about this spot?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Ray, you're not using polite speech with Aoi anymore, huh?
Come on, Uncle. Now's not the time. A few days later, Aoi, my uncle, and I visited Mom's room together. I was helping decorate it under Aoi's guidance.
All right, let's begin. A private live performance for the one and only person dearest to Rei Sasane.
We all circled around to Mom's bed.
Oh, this is amazing. It's like we're back home, Hiroto.
Yeah, it really is, Kaori. Alright, Ray, let's hear it. The song Seiji wrote and you finally completed.
Yeah. I took the guitar from Uncle and started playing.
Check it out. This guitar is so damn cool, right? No way. You actually bought it? Well, you said I should write her a song for her birthday, didn't you? I was just saying that. Besides, you can't even read sheet music. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna make the greatest song ever. Just wait, Queen. Wait, Beatles. In the end, that song was never finished while he was alive.
The song was reaching its final verse. Clear tears streamed down from Mom's eyes, one after another. Mom, thank you for raising me all this time. And Dad, thank you for meeting Mom.
Seiji, your son turned out to be a truly amazing man. Much more reliable than you ever were. Haha, well, he's the pride of both Kaori and me.
You never change.
When I graduated college, Mom passed away into the starry sky. I kept working and playing music. On weekends, I'd rehearse and perform with my old high school band, or sometimes just sing alone after work like this.
That was a beautiful song.
Naoi!
Mind if I sit next to you?
Of course not.
What's the name of the song?
I haven't decided on a title yet. I've only finished the first part, so want to finish it together from now on?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's finish it together.
The score we started still doesn't have a name. But that's okay. I've got someone special beside me now, and I can finally express my feelings in my own words. So, I'll keep writing, together with the person beside me, the one I'll walk through life with.